Welcome to PenTellectual Conversations. You've just stepped into a space where the mind meets the soul. A place where poetry and conversation collab to form a silky, smooth vibe that flows like smooth jazz. Dope poetry, deep dialogue, and unapologetically real energy. So pour your favorite drink, light one up if that's your rhythm, and let the world outside melt away. So sit back, relax, and let's get into tonight's hot topic.
Oh, my bad. What's good, PenTellectuals? I am your host, Paul Cram the Poet. And tonight's episode is a little bit different. You know, it is Cypher time. And tonight's Cypher is I Am Black History. And we got some pretty interesting people that's been popping up, man. I can't wait to hear these people spit. There's one of them you already know, man. He is a friend of the family. Everybody already know him. My little brother, Soul's Ink Pen. We gonna welcome him to the stage really quick. What's good with you, Brody?
Hey man, what's good? Glad to be back, brother.
Thank you. Next up, we have Miss Joycey Arthur Ross. How are you doing, Queen?
How you doing, Paul Cram? You just don't know how excited I am.
Oh, I'm excited too, baby. I can't wait to hear you. And this is the first time ever we've had a mother-son combination. So right there in that lower level, we got Howard Ross on the track. What's good there, Brody?
Not much. I'm out here in Colorado. Still doing what I love, man. Thank you guys for the opportunity.
No doubt. Also tonight we're waiting on him to come through in just a moment, man. We have North Philly's finest, and you already know if you follow him on TikTok, he's gonna bring you a cup of jewels. So before we get started, I'm gonna ask a couple little small questions, man, and this is for everybody to answer at one at a time. Whoever answers first. But what got you? We're gonna start with Miss Joycey. What actually got you started writing?
When I was 8 years old, living in Chicago, I had a profound love for reading. And my favorite poet is Gwendolyn Brooks, and my favorite poem is Sadie and Maud with a fine-tooth comb. So Gwendolyn Brooks, I did a report on her in 4th grade for Black History Month. And that's what started me into poetry. I love words.
That's what's up. Ink. What got you started with your pen? What made you decide that your pen is gonna be mightier than your sword?
Man, heartbreak. That's how it began. And then as I learned to manipulate words and I learned how to get on stage and play with the emotions in the room, it became an addiction. I love it.
And Mr. Ross, it's a little bit different for you. You're not really classified as a poet, as you are an artist. We just gonna give you the flat line of an artist. When did you realize that a hobby was something that became your passion?
I realized that when I was 13 years old, my grandmother asked me what I wanted to do in my life. I remember listening to Kanye West's graduation mixtape, and that mixtape right there, that was the one for me that made me inspired to be an artist.
That's what's up. All right, so another quick question, and we're gonna start with Miss Joycey. What does I Am Black History mean to you?
Oh, it's one of the greatest events in my life, because this is Black History Month, and I'm on Parkram and I'm on YouTube repping for all of the artists, especially the ones of color, to come on out and perform And this is one of the greatest moments of my life.
Oh wow. Thank you. Like you know what? You putting a smile on my face that I've been needing all day long. I appreciate that. Howard, same question, man. What does I am Black History mean to you?
To me, that question means a lot, especially since I'm a black man of color, and a lot of people don't understand how hard it is and how far we came as a people. And it means to me that we have achieved greatness and we are growing as a people.
Now, Ink, I know me and you go back and forth all the time. That's just what we do, you know, with you being in the lower branch of the service, you being beige in color, all types of things, you know. But what does what does I am Black History mean to you?
First of all, I now understand Panda when he's like, "Fuck you, Cranny." Um, oh no, what it means to me is, it means the world to me. You know, knowing that I come from a survivor of the Black Wall Street massacre in Tulsa. My children are gonna be my footprint that I leave behind, and I can't leave anything but excellence behind me. And it means that anything that comes after that has to be better than I left it. And Black history is excellence. That's what it means to me.
All right. Okay. Now, one more question before we get started. If you could sit with any historical figure from in our history, in our culture, who would you pick and why? Let's start with Howard.
I would sit with, it would either have to be Martin Luther King or Malcolm X.
Why? That's a you know what? They was on the same path, but they're that's a nice contrast. Why those two?
Well, I say Malcolm X because of his movement that he started and the Black Panthers. I think that was really dope. I like how he did that. Also, one more man, Tupac. I would really love to sit down with Tupac Shakur and hear some of his poems and I think that's probably the one I'll go with, Tupac.
Yeah, my mom would love to hear you say that. She swears to God that Tupac is my daddy, bro. Like I don't know how she like when I say she man, like in her back room, she got two big old pictures in her back room. One of them is President Barack Obama, and the other one is Tupac. If you say anything bad about either one of those men, you would not be allowed her home. Like she is not playing. So Zinc Pen, same question.
Deputy Chairman Fred Hampton, Black Panther Party, 7% Chicago chapter. And the reason being is I would like to. He was a well of knowledge. He was a well of knowledge, and he was slain too young. Quite frankly, I would like to go tell him, "Hey, they finna try to get you." You know, if I could, but I would want to know what his final idea for the Rainbow Coalition. I wanted to see what that looked like. I want to see that come to fruition, see how that would have been.
Okay. And Miss Joycey, same question.
Hello. I would say Suni Patterson. I love the way the Sunni has a story. It's an in-depth story with all of her poems that she performs, especially Faith Ain't Got No Eyes. I'm just so intrigued, and I would love to take one of her classes at Howard University. And so that's on my bucket list as well.
All right. All right. Yeah, I see right now this is gonna be a fun night. This is gonna be a fun night. So all right, so it looks like we got North Philly's finest getting ready to come up. All right, brother. What's good? What's good, North Philly's finest?
Yo, man, I slid in this joint like Eddie Kane Jr. from the Five Heartbeats.
You ready to drop some jewels?
Am I? You know what I mean? You know how we do it in North Philly.
Let me ask you a question before we get the round started. This a question that I just asked them.
Yes, sir.
What does I am Black History mean to you?
What does I am Black History mean to me? It means the trace of my ancestors running through my veins. It means the pains that I've seen for 400 years plus. It means that when they throw a hat up in the air and throw a chair, does that mean a rally cry for battle? I don't even know. Hopefully I won't go slow, but I'll go fast. Really, Black history to me means they can kiss my black. Well, I ain't gonna say it.
Are you allowed to cuss him? You
Oh,
allowed
I
to
am?
cuss? Yeah.
Oh, well, you can kiss my. They can
grown
kiss
as
my black
hell.
ass.
Shit, we grown. All right, so
I had to hesitate.
that's what's up. That's what's up. So we're about to go ahead and get started. And the order, I'm not sure if you was here for the order, but on the first round, I believe I'm gonna go first, and then Miss Joycey, then Howard. I think we're in the order that we're supposed to go with. That's the pleasure of having a Yoshi on your team. You know. Shit.
That's
All
dope.
right. So we're gonna go ahead and get started, man. And I'll kick it off with the first piece. And it's called Stitched Notes. I'm more than just fried chicken, Afro picks, and grape sodas. But that's all they taste when they sample me, right? All beat and bravado. No soundtrack or stereotypes they keep on repeat. They think blackness is just a playlist of predictable beats, grease popping, hair pick dropping, some funky ass bass line looped under pain they never earned. They think we're all rhythm and no composition, all color, no pattern. Like we just woke up dripping in flavor without generations sewing that flavor into fabric. They don't know the hum of my grandmother's needle when she stitched hymns into my hoodie strings, or the gospel tucked inside my laugh. They don't know the harmony of a Sunday morning kitchen when the whole house smelled like forgiveness and fried redemption. They call it soul food, but they never listen to the soul. They remix our trauma, sample our slang, remaster our pain into pop chart profits, but we've been the original recordings pressed in vinyl veins before they learned what rhythm was. This ain't no mixtape. This is a quilt of frequencies. Every patch a genre sewn together by threads of a generations. There's gospel sewn besides jazz, hip hop layered under blues. Each fabric fold a verse from a people who refuse to stay silent. My skin is textured percussion, while my voice may be a needle dropping on wax. My heartbeat, that's the bass line your ancestors tried to silence, but you can't mute what was quilted by creation itself. Can't unravel the melody of survival, can't loop our pain without catching our glory in the background vocals. They think we only know struggle because the headlines never tell the stories of our victories. But we've been symphonies and orchestras. We've been the sound that turned the universe into groove. You may call it color. We call it chord progression. You may call it loud. We call it revolution. Every note in this body got fire in its spine, rhythm in its blood, resurrection in its soul. We don't just sing. We ignite. So no, I ain't your fried chicken punchline, your Afro pick anesthetics, or your grape soda jokes. I'm the needle and the note, the pattern and the pulse, the remix and the rebirth. I'm the hymn humming beneath your heartbeat, the harmony holding up everything that tries to stand on borrowed power. I ain't something you wrap around your shoulders for comfort. I'm something you wrap your mind around for truth. But sure, go ahead. Call me soulful. If that's the only language your tongue knows, for the word king. Paul Cram, welcome to the experience.
Hello, this is Joycey Arthur Ross, And I created a piece today off of a traditional type of poem, and it's called a villanelle. And a villanelle is a structured 19-line poem, and it consists of 5 trussets. So I hope you enjoy my villanelle. It is titled Zoom. Where there's epiphanies, no reason, manifestation, zoom, I fly away. Wings guiding free to write is pure simplicity. The greatest hope, Joyce C. Arthur Ross conveys authenticities. Right, right on. Their words read and set aside fears of failure. Become alive, releasing worries. God says, write it plainly, gifts of my synchronicities. Stagnation is no reality today, as my pain right is pure tranquility. Daddy's encouragement, mama's inspiration, sister's prolific novel, our brother's vision. And author, you are a shimmering spark tainted of dynamic electricity. Love who not be you are your eccentricities. I've got a page full book, a page turner apparatus. Arthur and you have erupted volcano lava overflowing joyful serendipity. Just right, it's right. Once got paper is not scribed filled. Look, I see author for imagination, creation, this elation. Flowing, flowing, flow, flossing, right plainly, will run my blessed thee whimsically. No more second thoughts, one-minded judiciously. Published now, author in print, just as God's gift are meant for me. Doubters, no mental grasp, watching, no mental grasp, for their eyes know not who is she. Joycey, Arthur, Ross, comprehensively. Look close, closer, closely. Arthur, who you see. Thank you so much. A poem by Joycey Arthur Ross. Thank you.
Hello. Um, this song I made called Down Toward. I'm playing off my phone. Shout out Park Room, Black History Month on the track. Greatest of all time, man. Yeah. 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 I let that floor cash. Money. I get more cash. I spit. Yeah. I mean, like, you know, and I can't breathe. I need 4 masks. People hating on me, looking like a whore bag. I need my floors waxed. Clean that. I need my floors waxed. That's on some rock. Some on some silicone. Hard up in my zone. Yeah, you know my grandma, she call my phone. I'm making progress. Cause I keep a tech up in the sweat. God next. So how we, yeah, I'm a vet. No, you know how you pick up like that. Hard, how you get it right back. Rapping while I'm on the track. From rapping, while I bring it back. Floors racks, more swag. I got trophies and some plaques, but I need more racks. Facts. Facts. And you know, then right on the track, progress. Tell my mama that I got next. Told drama that I got now. I'm just trying to make my mama proud. I be rapping who wants one up on me, you know, I'm spending all them dollars now. Yeah, I'm getting all them commas now. Yeah, I'm up all they talk about.
Hey yo, um, North Philly's finest man. This joint is unscripted, but it's still relevant. Um, my raised black fist is at a half mast, and this is a question I have to ask: does Black lives still matter? Even though I go up the battle like Jackie Robinson breaking barriers, I still be attacking those who try to oppress me like a pit bull terrier. Once again, in my private area, they try to castrate my mindset. But then again, I don't want to see myself fall off. I don't want to be soft. I don't want to be included in DEI. I don't want to get pulled over for a DUI like Rodney because they might beat me senselessly and then they try to make sense of me because my melanin is more deeper than their own thoughts. And hopefully I will never be caught out there on the left. Hopefully I'll come out and being deaf, but not deaf by perception, deaf by temptation. Hopefully for the whole duration, I will keep my hope alive. Peace shouts out and rest in power, Jesse Jackson. Once again, I look for more satisfaction just by being my color. To my sisters and brothers, we have to rise from the struggle. We have to rise from the ashes like a phoenix. And still, they want to pass the crucifix and try to crucify us. But then they want to burn crosses just to humiliate us. I still don't trust the government, not one bit, especially when Orange Man X is the prime culprit. See, my blackness is what they fear every single day, every single minute, every single year. And just because I said Black lives probably don't matter when they throw up their hat trying to catch an action when it comes down to this, only thing I see is no satisfaction. See, I ask for no pity. I ask for no sympathy. I look for no apathy. Only thing they see is me laughing. Hopefully, I won't be in the passing. They're asking too many questions, just like COINTEL Pro. But they'll never know. The Black Panther is still on the prowl. Watch out when I start to growl. Watch out when I take off my cowl, like James. But still, I don't go for no fame. My Black lives does matter. Even though around me, things getting sadder and sadder and things getting gone, I still will remain strong. Poem.
I wrote this 4 years ago. If I'm a communist because I say power to the people, let the sniper scope me out because I scream it from the steeple. They say we live united, yet one represents an entire state. Let me rephrase. Half of the people's complaints never make it to the offering plates, meaning the chairperson never makes a stand about the people's problems they represent, yet on every tongue sits a common thought. Back in my day, this never would have happened. Let's delve into the daily comeuppance and the public defense. Well, half of you didn't want to go to school with the other half, and that's where I began. The other half wanted a slice of the great white American pie till it tied you to a tree, hung your uncle till his body stinks, raped your wife till she bleeds, and left you busted open in the public streets. Yet you wait for the ballot to read that your pain matters to the Washington seats. Nigga, please. So pass the plates and let the praying folks shout amen. Or realize that dollar you paying has a symbol of the old Romans and it wasn't built in a day, but the lie told you fell in one. The ideals spread far and wide as we rise and salute the suns. Kids disappearing. We lose our kind of violence in droves, or so it seems. Let me ask one question. If everyone is so-called free, where sits the reality we live in? You know, the one that came from Martin Luther's dream. Poem.
My bad, y'all. You know, I'm taking my medication. But that was round one, man. I'm gonna give everybody a hand of applause, man. Snaps and claps for everybody. That was a dope ass round. Howard, man, yeah, we gonna have to run it, Brody. We gonna have to run it. I see. We gonna have to talk. Miss Joycey, that Villanelle form, like, yeah, I got a form for you that I would love for you to try out. So after the show, I'll make sure I send that to you. All right, so round one of this cipher is over. I am Black History Cipher, presented by PenTellectual Conversations. And right now we're getting ready to go pay some bills. So you know that is sponsorship time. So let's get it. Right here, as you see, these are our permanent sponsors. You have myself, Nice, Desi Beats, and TNT Business Consulting. Speaking of TNT Business Consulting, if you want to be a guest on PenTellectuals and you feel like you need a website or anything of that nature, please hit up TNT Business Consulting, and she will have all the information and get you set up professionally for a reasonable price. Next, all things PenTellectual. If you want to be a guest on PenTellectual Conversations, if you have music that you would like promoted on PenTellectual Conversations, if you would like merch from PenTellectual Conversations, right here is where you go. Get your phones out, scan the QR code, or you can get to that link that's scrolling right there at the bottom, and everything PenTellectuals will be there. If you would like to donate to PenTellectual Conversations, the Cash App is floating right now, because PenTellectual Conversations is way more than just a show. This is a movement, and movements require finance. So there is no such thing as a donation too small or too big. We receive them all with nothing but love. So hit that up. Our special sponsor for this month, the Art of Spoken Word, Mobile, Alabama, Black on Black Rhyme, Step to the Mic Poetry Troupe. You can hit that QR code right there or go to their link tree that's right under the QR code to get all information on shows and other details. Black on Black Rhyme, Step to the Mic Poetry Troupe, Mobile, Alabama. Right here, we got verses and vibes featuring the incredible Ebony the Goddess, who just happens to be 1/3 of one of the fastest growing podcasts in the world, PenTellectual Conversations. This show is every first Friday. They do have an open mic, but this particular show that will be featuring Ebony the Goddess is on March 6th, 2026. Let's see, 18 and plus, doors open at 6:30. Show starts at 7:30. It's a $10 admission at the door. Artists, you get in free with a guest. So everybody, please go out there. You can add Step to the Mic TC for more information. Run It Back, the Wall Poetry Spoken Word Open Mic. March 7th, that is a Saturday. Doors are open at 7:30. Showtime is at 8 p.m. Tickets $10. Table is $100. BYOB. And that is a small price to pay for the featured poet, Big Crave, the lyrical exodus, man. So this is going to be at the Hansborough Community Center, 1890 Switzer Road in Gulfport, Mississippi. So y'all make sure y'all go out there and support Big Crave. Save the Date Brunch and at Eve, Sunday, March 8th, 5:30 p.m. at the Sanctuary. That's 156 Camilla Street in Biloxi, Mississippi. $40 tickets. That includes brunch. And again, that is a price that is actually a bigger deal than what you believe, because it is featuring none other than the eighth wonder of the world, Miss Rare Epiphany. If you've never seen her live, you've never seen her on stage, do yourself some good and put this on your bucket list. Like, you almost automatically go to heaven if you will listen to her perform. This woman here is amazing. So y'all make sure y'all go out and support her in Biloxi, Mississippi, March 8th at 5:30 p.m. $40 tickets, and you getting something to eat. So let's get it. Black on Black Rhyme featuring Step 2 the Mic Poetry Troupe 10-year anniversary celebration. This will be March 14th, 2026 at the Moments Event Center, 4805 Moffett Road, Alabama, Mobile, Alabama, 36618. So y'all make sure y'all go out there with Step to the Mic Poetry Troupe and help them celebrate their 10-year anniversary. We got to talk to them about that longevity, man. That's a hell of an accomplishment. Y'all just don't get it. Shout out. Naughty, Not Nice erotic poetry show Saturday, March 14th. Doors open at 7. Show begins around 8-ish. The attire is red and black, bear as you dare. Tickets are $25 in advance. And as you see over there to the right of this flyer, you got some heavy hitters, but none heavier than the amazing, the beautiful, and the super talented, one of my favorite poets, y'all. So I'm letting you know right now. Yeah, I am very biased, but once you hear, you'll be biased too. Yoshi, the motherfucking dragon, man. So she's gonna be out there. Make sure y'all go out there and support Yoshi. This is gonna be at level 2, 15 West South Boulevard in Montgomery, Alabama. For reservations, there's a phone number of 334-492-5595. Call that number, make your reservations, and go support Yoshi and the rest of the crew. Tomorrow on the corner, tomorrow, and it's only a day away. Everybody meet me at the corner, Poppy's Poetry Corner tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. This is going to be the Brotherhood Chronicles, man. So if you're looking for a whole lot of energy, make sure you meet me at the corner, man. It's going to go down. Shout out to my sister Keynotes. I'm about to say big sister, but I think I'm older than her. At least I look like I am anyway. Shout out to Keynotes. You know, she part of the reason my feet good now, y'all. So make sure y'all hit her up for that poppy butter too. But y'all check this out, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow right here on StreamYard. All right. So now it is that time. It is that time for our soundbite artist of the week. And our soundbite artist of the week is actually one of our guests tonight. So Howard Ross Boss, we got your song coming up called Sight. Everybody, let's get it.
Oh, you're gonna die, you motherfucker! You're gonna die!
While we up in the club, how we do, or how we up in the club. Still bite, real fight, this real fight, that's real life, that's right life. Put me on white shirt, white red, and I'm really mad, cause it's time to go to bed. Go to bed, boy, you dead, boy, that boy, me red, like that boy, way up fast, like a Christmas tree. It's time to breathe, hit that box, let me breathe, hit that box, hit that box, let me breathe. Let me breathe, let me breathe, like that boy up fast, now they thinking it's a Christmas tree. Let me breathe. Let me breathe, hear them boys mad at me, got a dog that let me breathe. Let me feed, let me eat, I don't need no feedback, ballin' hard as W.E. Smackdown, rap now, I be on the track ground, still knife in the background, go clap, clap. Clap, clap. It go. Get that boy on rap snaps. Yeah, I'm on this track for real. Yeah, I can't take a nap. Never slack, put on my slacks. Told them boys to stop capping. Yeah, this is practice. Boy, why you lacking? An actress. Mad moving, yeah, that I'm an activist. HPV. I'm leaning on a 4-wheeler. Money coming in, yeah, for real. I got 4 pillars. Put that boy up in the ground. Now he a caterpillar. I don't need filler, deal with the field deal. Don't come up fast, if you mad, cause I'm still real. Hit it up with steel bite, with a steel knife. Heard them boys mad, cause I'm ballin' in real life. Look at me, this real ice. Look at me, that steel bite. Look at me, that's still right. Right, looking like I still right.
feel right.
All right, that was Howard Ross Boss on the track with Sight, man. So we're gonna bring everybody back up real quick. And let's go ask a few more questions before we get down to the second half of the show. All right, so I want to start. We're gonna start with Howard. So, what does it feel like when you go into the studio, fam? I know what it is for me. You know, with poetry and stuff, and I get to record something and I listen back to it, and I just be like, yeah. So, what type of feeling do you get when you get your song recorded, and in your mind you tell yourself, "That's it"? Like, what's that feeling?
So the feeling to me is I got over 120 songs, and I know it's the one when I play it back, and I start to feel kind of like tingling. I know I used to smoke a lot, so what I used to do is I used to play my music, right, and when it made the weed feel like made me feel higher. That's how I knew that was the song. For me, that's how I knew it was good when it made the weed feel good. Um, and so yeah, that's how I really used it as an indicator, the weed as a medicine, to kind of determine how good the song was. I cut back on the weed, so now it's more of a feeling. And thank God I have my mom as my number one supporter, my biggest fan throughout all of this. A lot of times I felt like giving
Look
up,
at the
and
smile on her face.
yep. And so big shout out to mom for being a fan. And when she says this was a good one, she actually picked the songs for the Paul Cram for me because I had so many different options. So it would have took me a long time to pick, but mom, she's real good at critiquing my music. So I think she did a great job with picking the songs for the Paul Cram.
No doubt, no doubt. I see y'all got family, Miss Joyce. I see y'all got family down there in South Louisiana. So do y'all have any roots out there in the boot?
No, that's just a good friend of mine. So I know that Kai. Shout out to Kai, Ladybug.
I'm from there. I'm trying to figure out where she at.
Put it in the comments, Miss Ladybug.
All right. So stage performances have all of you. I know Souls has. I'm pretty sure Howard, you've been on stages. North Philly, Miss Joyce, have y'all been on stages?
Yeah,
I've
man.
never been on stage. This is the only platform that I'm on, so I'm making my debut tonight just to give the other
Oh,
people confidence and
that's
them
what's
to give
up.
me confidence. Thank you, Paul Cram.
Thank you, thank you. All right, so I have a separate question for you. For the guys who have been on stage, all right, New Orleans. For the guys who have been on stage, is there a different feeling between performing live versus performing over a video or a clubhouse? Or
Different
TikTok?
feeling.
I know TikTok is a big thing for you guys.
Different feeling because it's like, all right, like I've done stages, like many stages, Delaware, Philly, I mean, New York, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's nothing like a crowd, man. You know what I mean? Like, that's when you really get to know how people are receiving what you're saying. You feel what I'm saying? When you're doing it like on this type of platform, it's cool, you know what I'm saying? But it's like it's more controlled. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like on the rebroadcast, you might get the likes and all that jazz, but on the stage, man, it's like right there, live and direct. You bearing your soul for everybody to see, and the reception can be, I mean, can be awesome most of the time.
I I'm a follow up on that and speak on where he's from. So in Philly, when I performed in Philly, it was I thought that I wasn't doing good because they wasn't responding, they wasn't saying nothing. And usually I'm used to a ooh, whatever, you know. But in Philly, if they not saying nothing, it's because they listening. If they got something to say, it's usually corny, something like that. Like it's a different feel going out to Philly. So I had to learn how to be okay with no sound coming back. And then in the crowds that do have sound, when somebody scream run it back or say that again or something, and you still got to stay locked in on your shit, you know, that's a whole different feeling than doing it like this. It's cool like this. I like this. This is practice.
Yeah.
All right. Out.
I think on the stage is a lot scarier for me, personally. Being in front of a crowd with a bunch of people, I think it's a lot scarier than on a podcast like this. I'm definitely more comfortable here, and I think in the future I might try something like this. This seems like something I'll be interested in.
I'm glad to be that type of inspiration. That's what's up. So, Miss Joycey, based on your feeling right now, with this being your debut, your coming out, shall we say, the poetry community, could you see yourself getting on a live stage?
I could. Yes, of course. Nothing's holding me back. I am full of confidence. And like I keep saying about confidence, a live stage will be my next step. I need some support and backing behind that to all my fellow poets.
I'm looking forward to that. Your first stage performance, you let me know, and I'm gonna do everything I can to get out there.
Okay.
All right. So, y'all ready for this second half? Y'all ready for this second round?
Absolutely.
All right. So, Miss Joyce, you're gonna kick it off this time, and y'all go in the same order that we went through, and I'll close it out. And I'm gonna close it out, North Philly's finest, because I've heard you mention it in conversation and in your piece about the hat that went up in the air to signal that it was time to kick ass. So I wrote a piece, and I'm gonna do that one. I'm gonna do that one tonight.
Yo, that was the rally cry when it happened, yo.
Yeah. So I got that for you tonight, man.
All right.
Miss Joycey, the mic is yours.
Thank you, Paul Cram. Well, I wrote this piece, as something witty about Maya Angelou, how she's never been married. So I wrote this piece for Maya Angelou. Thank you. It is called I Cannot Marry a Poet. I can't marry a poet. Alter virtues of poetic justice. I claim virtues of love intertwined simultaneously. My poet wears no golden ring symbolizing wedded life with thee. Now I cry as my poet pours out all their love into concise words, engagement to wed, a poem poetically. Henceforth, we dined at the swankiest eateries, dancing all night, thy whisper in my ear. My poet flowing streams, flows, waves of spoken syllables symbolically, just to poetically create rhymes. As I wait to kiss soft buttercup lips goodnight, my poet begins scribing right-handed in the dew of the night. No melancholy musical lyrics serenaded me. My poet took my kisses. Oh, woe is thy love, for coercive verses writing did thee. My poet is filled with complex metaphors that spark intellectual conversations. Grabbing audience's ears, artists, my poet tickets me more. Word concentration with speculation. My poet is true to me. My poet tethering symbols, formulated iceberg slims, aspirations, voices, simplistic elements, tempted, writing elation. Was I chasing my poet's love? On the latter note, making a dutiful observation, we're two doves in love. Let me propose. I have only a gumball ring. a gem to sight, lights up, sparkling beams, diamond flashing lights. But you see, Paul Cram, I became jealous and taken back. Yet I cry again, oh woe is me, oh woe is me. My poet kisses a soft rhyme metaphorically. Dynamic Spencer dialogues boggled-minded figuratives on walks of life. I briefly catch my poet's attention, aware of what is being spoken, ascending closer lips. Proceed to brush upon poetry just for a precious kiss. My poet drifted away to a blissful word abyss, leaving thee. No kiss on bended knee, proposal, devotion, my love I profess, but I'm still on bended knee, as I'm begging for all my love to my poet ascertaneously. For it's my poet's love come first of all, that will hear overtures of Coliseums, slang jargons of ghetto author, beware. I'm screaming, marry me, my poet, but my anguish landed on deaf's ear. World tour grandiose applause filled with ingenious lyrical admiration. My heart is pierced. I cried heavily, burdened love was left within me. I can marry a poet, poet reasons are to be. My poet, poetic lips pronounces factual gifts. My poet is so divine. My poet writes accessibly, comparatively, tailoring needle, threading linguistic, colorful fabrics graciously, scripting calligrapher lines without me. How I love my poet, yet to marry would have been a mistaken as a gesture to compare. Now that I am aware of my poet's crafty arrogance, not all poetic wordplay with me. However, I still love my poet's defining vocals pronounces vocab sensuously. Needless to say, I shall prepare for my poet's golden years to give my poet whom I love my heart, my devotion, my golden ring on bended knee. As I pray for that day, my poet will discover true love satisfying, whimsical, syncopated lines, realizing poet loves a poetical line justifiably without loving me the same. I reminisce on our love affair. I cry as I leave my poet with no memories of me. I'm forgotten by a tangle of illusion, simple formula of words my poet treasures more than me. Thank you, Joyce E. Arthur Ross.
Oh, this is a little 90-second freestyle I got. I'm out here in Denver, Colorado. Shout out Paul Quill. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Black history. Rap on this track, yeah, you know they missing me. Y'all, I'm on this track at your door, that's trick or treat. Y'all do not care if them boys missing me. Watch me log in, get a boss in, yeah, Rossin. Y'all, I'm on this track, yeah, suck my teeth, stay flossing. Yeah, I had to go crazy. They call me Howard D. Yeah, I'm on this track, yeah, for real, I'm about to spit this heat. They say I'm in this show, backstage, back page, rap on this track, yeah, I'm hot, spitting mad flames. Yeah, I'm going crazy in these streets. Yeah, they say I'm hood. Yeah, either way, I told my mom, we gon' be good. Yeah, I'm in that show. Shout out Malcolm X, that's X. Rap on this track, yeah, for real. Yeah, I gotta flex. Yeah, shout out to them boys, yeah, cause you know we good. Yeah, I'm about to tell you how we about to get up out the hood. I do big shows, ice on my wrist, big low. I don't care because you know that I just dropped a big low. I'm in CO, Colorado, yeah, that's big though. Yeah, I'm on this track for real, yeah, hit your ribs, bro. Yeah, I gotta kill this beat, yeah, shout out Paul Kareem. Yeah, I'm going crazy. Shout out to my mom and fam. Yeah, I'm doing this, yeah, every day, like Sandman. Yeah, I'm rapping on this track. Yeah, I got these bands, man. Yeah, I'm going crazy. Like T.I., they call me Rubber Band. Now I'm going crazy. I'm NC Amahan. Yeah, I'm going crazy. Yeah, I'm rapping on this beat. Yeah, shout out MLK, because that he got heat. RIP to them boys, because they died now. Yeah, for us, yeah, the freestyle on this mic now. I don't care if I'm outside, I'm on live now. Rap on this track, RIP, this beat get fried now. Shout out Paul Cram. Yeah, we on this track every day. Shout out my gram. Yeah, I'm going crazy. Yeah, we smoking on them grams. Yeah, I'm going crazy. Yeah, cut the beat, man. Hey, now I'm going back in. Rap on this track. Black History Month, I'm back in.
Hey, yo, this is a scripted joint. This joint is called Divided We Stand. I searched to find responsible fathers on Father's Day, and all I got were baby daddies spread out along the way. A genuine mother on Mother's Day, not one who runs the streets hooked on drugs without a family to maintain. A brother that wasn't a felon, a sister who wasn't a hoochie. I got no job on Labor Day, only empty promises from politicians that only fade away, giving me false hopes and unfulfilled proclamations. I'll use a mule, 40 acres and reparations. And I'm kicked like a stray dog in America, still viewed as notorious and felonious, while Ponzi masterminds rob us blind. The real criminals are in plain sight, while others are less than kind. Killers and drug dealers mock a profit while they make a profit, turning neighborhoods into the Carters, as death constantly hovers over city blocks filled with crack, dust, and heroin, turn neighborhoods into crematoriums. Black unity into genocide. See, what we got here is my failure to accept corruption, my failure to be blind to see, deaf to hear, mute to speak, failure to neglect a noble heritage and lineage, failure not to forget who I am and where I come from, my failure to vote another robber for president, another adulterer or actor, but I'm born again as a warrior with a sword to slay my enemies, to hunt them down like they did my forefathers, to inject drug dealers with their own poison, giving them a dose of their own toxic medicine. Though I pray, faith will pierce the clouds of disdain as we struggle each day just to maintain. In God they lust, in God they corrupt, in God they lie. More
Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. Hear these black Wall Streets are burning. I ask, did y'all hear that these black Wall Streets burning? Mother sitting on the sidewalk in her rocking chair over there was pictured perfectly still in a portrait, probably pondering what would cause such a fray. I mean, surely the white lady of the way wasn't done in such a way that we couldn't make it right, by even trade. I wonder what my great great grandmother wondered while everything around her was collapsing. As she clenched tightly to her purse in pure thoughts, did she feel revenge should be sought, or did she figure like most Oklahomans after a bad storm? We'll rebuild. I wonder if she could have ever thought that a Klansman's name would grace the sign of the street as that very sidewalk she sat on, Little Mother. That's what they called her. Beatrice Wakefield was the name given by her mother. I wonder if in the years before her death, although it's said she went crazy from the way they set blaze to her beautiful face and even the oils they forced her to take, she gazed out into the stars and speak of the atrocity that befell the living city. Remember those brave black men that served valiantly in the army and how they held the line so many could escape for an entire day on through the next evening? Did she remember hearing biplanes? overhead dropping bombs as families fled, or when the National Guard perched on top of hills, opened fire with Gatling guns, penetrating already smoke-filled lungs, or was our mind already spun? Did she tell a story? Or did the burning build up a rage inside, creating sort of a cage? I wonder what she wondered as she sat on the sidewalk in the chair that rocked. Did she wonder if it would take 99 years for the city to apologize, or 99 years for those lives lost not to be counted for not? I wonder, because where I'm from, these southern trees bear strange fruit. Y'all know the type that drip fluids not meant for the roots of trees to see. Doesn't matter the size or type, too, either can be plucked. It's true. You can be praising Mr. Charlie, or even wearing a tie and shine shoes, or a uniform. Oops, I mean, my bad. A nice casket clean suit. Get the wagon. Let's cut him down. That's what they used to hear him say. I wonder what size of food will be plucked today. I heard he was just whistling at a white broad in front of the store. Men went to the fields to pluck the perfect piece past midnight. They felt the need to satisfy their greed, although it wasn't all the way right. Money, Mississippi, left the fruit muddy and disfigured, but them boys thought it was a good idea to leave this fruit in that sunken place. And the world watched as a brave mother showed her bruised and battered fruit's face. But see, where we're from, them southern trees bear strange fruit. And on public streets and public bridges where the cameraman says he's as big as a beast. And storefronts where I'm selling CDs. And in front of our families, even when given permission to reach. And this strange fruit is squeezed until I can't breathe. Home.
I was perched on his head like any other day. Just a hat completing the uniform of a riverboat captain, ordinary and very routine. Until arrogance tried to anchor where it didn't belong, and liquor loosened the leash on pride, telling white hands to reach for black bodies, and history demanded I rise. I wasn't born to be a crown. But the moment I left his head, I became a signal. A flare ripped through the sky, a shot calling everybody within earshot of history. I felt the heat of that August sun turn into the heat of the fight. I smelled the sharp bite of alcohol, heard the crashing of pride and ego, saw the pontoon stubborn as stone, blocking what should have been a free passage. Let it be known, my flight was no accident. It was a decision. My flight was fire, fury, and freedom. And in that moment, hands held history, hurling hurt back to its home. Hatred met harvest, heat met hammer, hope hardened into havoc. Crowds came, carrying centuries of chaos, clapping back at cruelty, casting chains off, claiming the current as our cathedral. And I soared above it all. I saw flying fists and stumping feet. I saw unity ignite like lightning on the bank of the river. I even saw a man get beat clean out his Crocs. And the world laughed. Beneath the laughter, though, lived something larger. Justice was moving. History was shifting, standing together as one. Black bodies braced, blows bounced back, bravery burst beyond borders, breathing, bending, building, becoming more than themselves. Freedom found form, forced into the flight of everyone standing together. And all it took was a toss, a single flip into the air. And just like that, fire, motion, movement, momentum, everyone watching knew at that moment the call had been made. The signal had been sent. I just hope the rest of the world understands that the reaction we saw is definitely the new normal. Paul Cram, welcome to the experience. All right. Man, that was a fun night. Let's bring everybody up real quick. Right. So, how y'all feel, man? How y'all felt tonight?
Man, that poem was hitting, man. That poem was
Appreciate
lit.
it. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Thank you, Souls Ink Pen. I really enjoyed your poetic line. It was powerful.
I appreciate that, ma'am. I like your pieces as well.
Thank you.
The
All right,
Villanelli
so
was nice.
Thank you.
Miss Joyce, I would like for you to, if you have anything coming up, your social media following, anything like that, let the followers know where they can follow your pen so they won't miss out on any of your work.
Thank you. I sure will.
You can do that right now, baby. Like, where do you want them to reach you at?
Joycey Arthur Ross on Facebook. This is my first appearance, so you know, I'm just
So
playing
I'm
it by
sure you're gonna make
ear.
some friends. You're gonna make some new friends tonight.
All right.
All right, Howard, what's up? You have a way for people to contact you, follow your music?
Not at the moment, but I just want to give a big shout out to you, Paul Cram, for allowing me to be on the show and give me a chance to spit and promote my music. Appreciate it.
No doubt, man. No doubt. We artists, bro. We gonna stick
Yo,
together. That's what it
happy
is.
Black History Month to everybody too.
Yeah, man.
Same. North Philly's finest. Where can they follow you at, man, so they can catch them jewels?
Hey, man, I'm a busy cat nowadays, man. You can check me out on TikTok on the North Philly's Finest. You can see some of the work. You can also see me on Live with Miss Kier as a co-host. And coming up in March, if y'all can make it out to Pennsylvania to the King of Prussia Mall, it's going to be my movie premiere debut, you know what I'm saying, in Jesus' name. And that's coming up on March the 28th, 2026.
No doubt, no doubt.
And the book
So,
also, I'm sorry, the book
my bad.
also is on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, and Kindle. Can you dig that? I mean, it's called Conversations Soul 2, the number 2, Soul, with another sister by the name of Cheryl Brandon. I mean, it's a love joint.
No, that John word, well, you know when somebody from Philly, boy.
That's our John, man. That's our John.
Souls Ink Pen. Tell us a little bit about Ink Talk and where they can find you at with that.
So Ink Talk, thank you for the plug. Ink Talk Live is every Sunday, 7 p.m. Central on TikTok on my channel at Souls_Ink Pen on TikTok. And it's an open forum. We'll have a topic, and then we'll flow through utilizing the topic while we spit our poetry, have conversation, call up a poet, conversate, call up a poet, do a couple pieces, and then after about an hour and a half, 2, we just kind of do a round robin and try not to get banned.
All right, man. Well, I want to thank each and every one of y'all on behalf of PenTellectual Conversations for accepting the invitation, especially you, Souls, for the last minute thing. I appreciate it. I know you had something going on and you pushed it to the side for the show. So I appreciate that so much. But we are getting ready to get up out of here in just a moment. Okay. So it is time for that old mic drop. All right. You're not stuck. I know that's something a lot of us say, like we just stuck in a place. You're not stuck. You're probably just loyal to a version of yourself that you've already outgrown. Some people call it patience. Some people call it strategy. Some people even call it timing. But if we're being honest, it's fear with good vocabulary. You don't belong in rooms where you have to dim your vocabulary, shrink your vision, or apologize for your ambition. If the conversation doesn't stretch you, if the table doesn't challenge you, if the environment doesn't sharpen you, you're not planted. You're parked. Growth requires friction. Elevation requires discomfort. So stop asking for permission to evolve. Stop negotiating with your next level. You're not arrogant for wanting more for yourself. You're not even unrealistic for dreaming bigger. It just requires a new decision. Make the decision the smaller version of you no longer gets the drive. This is Paul Cram reminding you that dope poetry, deep dialogue, and unapologetically real energy will always reside here at PenTellectual Conversations. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button and click that little bell so you won't miss a single episode of PenTellectual Conversation. And with that being said, people, we out.
Thank you for vibing with us. We hope tonight's conversation inspired a creative spark in you. So go out and show the world who you really are. And we'll see you next time on PenTellectual Conversations.